EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. They'll drop the throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And some room to work. Still going. They can't stop him. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Wentz now on first down. Ertz has it left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And brought down, but not before they're inside. The 25.
This by 7. 82, 82. Here we go. Wait. Straight 15, straight 15. Great. Black. What's up?
Wentz now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Lion. 20. Black, come on. Black.
Shotgun now for Wentz. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded at about the 28. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Great.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down.
Hang in there now. Black. Back. 20. Great. Goal.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Lion. Two jet.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
We're good. Black. Here, Black. Great.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And it'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
82. Shorty. Run.
Now Wentz again. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
as you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the ball is knocked out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey. 4 down.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Lion. Here we go. Waiting.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Aguilar has it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They'll try to run with a Johnny. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Waiting. Black, come on. Black, come on. 81. Here, sit. 81.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. Pass incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tokyo!
They run again with a giant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Trey 15, Trey 15. On the ball.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is fielded at the 27. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
81. Black. Great.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Luke Kuechly in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Lion. Waiting. Hey, stack. Go.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
of the gun. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. And we're back now in Charlotte. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing now is Wentz. Escapes the sand. Being chipped, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Reuben Foster in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Nifty move. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gone!
They'll look to throw here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watching that, Marty.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Back. Waiting. Let's go. Great.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush,
and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Ajayi. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.